I start? Well, my name is Frederick. I go by the name roeJ in game. Yeah, I'm playing for Fnatic.
I'm Freddy and I go under the nickname Krimz.
Alright, so fresh new roster. What are your expectations for the Pinnacle Cup?
Our expectation is to win the whole thing. Nah, I'm kidding. We have zero expectations. We're coming here as a four-man roster with a stand-in and with limited time with practices, and but we're still like pumped and ready to play, and it's always fun to play Counter-Strike, right?
I mean, we are super excited to start playing. So, I mean, it's gonna be rough. There's gonna be some challenges. Of course, there's a lot of new things, but I mean, we're just gonna go all in and then hope for the best.
Are you going to bring the flame back into Fnatic?
Of course, we are.
And how excited is it for you to be here in this organization?
I mean, for me, I'm super excited. I mean, I've always known Fnatic. I've looked at the huge organization, and I haven't really been in a big organization like this before. So for me, it's a huge step up, and I'm super happy to be here. And I've already felt like, I mean, I've been here for like some weeks, but I already feel really good, and I really enjoy my time here. So I'm really looking forward to start playing and getting some official matches in and getting practice with the boys and stuff. And I feel it feels really good so far.
Going back to what you said before, Krimz, how has been changing the players constantly affected you as an organization and as a team?
It's been really bad, both for like motivational and like even wanting to be like starting computer at the start of the day. Like there was so many times where I was like maybe one text away from like I can just take a break for like a year or two. Like I don't want to play anymore, and it's really tough when in that situation because you always have to like pick yourself up. But these hard times it was been like almost impossible. Plus with the stand-ins, and like I mean they weren't like the really issue. The issue was like we didn't get like a good ground of the how do you call it, like a base. So it's pretty tough because it was always like I would going to play one event with that person, 2 weeks later Broline just left it and we got rid of the upper and like everything went to chaos basically. But I'm glad I sticked around, and yeah.
So Broline leaving really affected you as a player?
I think it was a domino effect because we weren't so happy with that lineup either. Things didn't click, and it was more troubles than it was fun to be playing.
So right now at this tournament, you guys are two Swedish, two Danish, and an English guy. What language will you be communicating in?
Danish. Nah, we're gonna speak English like we've done previously, and I think it's going well. Everyone is developing.
Have there been any communication problems so far?
I mean, there are always going to be some I wouldn't call it problems, like wrong call-outs, but I think everyone understands the basics of Counter-Strike, and the most call-outs are quite similar.
Just need to get used to it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just work in progress. I mean, when you're used to never speaking English, and then you have to like everything in game, and I haven't spoken English like in game for a very long time, so I think it's just but you can like easily feel the difference from day to day. So I think it's just like amount of time, then it's fine.
So what are Fnatic's goals by the end of 2022?
Ooh, it's a tough one. I mean, we haven't set any long-term goals, but of course we want to be back at the top as soon as possible. But it's going to be a grind, but it feels really, really promising so far. So can't wait to get our 5th as well.
Okay. What's your most memorable tournament and play in your careers?
I can start. I mean, it might be coming as a surprise. I mean, I've played a lot of lanes, I feel like, but I think like the most like enjoyable thing I've played was like a local lane in Denmark. DOS2 power lane, I think it was, with Copenhagen Flames actually. The first time I was in the team, and we were playing like our nemesis, Golden Gitte, another Danish team in the final, and I knew the first time I came there was like an MVP medal, and I hadn't been there before at events, and I really wanted to get that. And then we went out in the final, and we lost the first map, and then after that we won the last two, and I was playing a really good final, and it was like, and we were really good friends in that team. It was just really enjoyable experience, and I don't think I've been ever that happy before after a win, even though it was like a super small event and it was like the start of my career, but it was super nice.
And for me, it must have been Katowice 2018, I think. After winning WSG, I think we won like $1 million in 2 weeks or something like that. But it was like a pleasure to win that tournament because we were like super underdogs. No one believed in us, and like we almost did the impossible.
Fair enough. You guys already won a lot, especially you, Krimz. Is there anything that you still want to personally achieve in the CSGO scene?
Yes, a lot. I think the older you get, the more you like fully understand what's at stake, and the more like you're gonna be more driven and like to win now. And I think it's way harder to win now compared to back then. Not to take anything from me, but I think it takes a lot more to win a tournament nowadays compared to before.
Perhaps another major.
A major would be great.
What would be the next thing to change in CSGO?
Silencer.
Yeah, silencer.
Yeah, I think the meta right now is like super CT-sided, and I don't know, it doesn't really fit the game that well, I feel like, and there's a lot of times when you play the game and you just feel like, you know, you really shouldn't be able to get like 3 kills there or 4 kills there without like putting that much effort into it. It looks really, you know, you didn't really have to be like super good individual, have a really powerful round to get 4 kills and stuff like that, and it kind of like takes away some of the flashy things that you see watching. So I think it's better for playing and it's better for watching as well if it gets kind of like fixed in some way.
I think it's very noob friendly meta at the moment. Like you could easily, like, okay, maybe not easily, but it's easier to get like a 3k 4k spray down now with like 0 control or like just being lucky in that situation compared to before, I guess.
Yeah, this Master Guardian agrees. How would you nerf it then?
I would slow the bullets, like the accuracy, what do you call it? When you like slow down the gun, the fire rate, yeah. The fire rate even more, or I would like remove 5 bullets again and up the price.
So maybe have the A4 and the silenced one with the same price.
Yeah, I think that if you could like have both and it would have like the strengths and the weaknesses, I think it would be nice. But like right now, it's just like so good compared to the M4, and it's just, you know, we would never like take the M4, I think, and I think you kind of have to either like nerf the damage in some way, because right now you die like you have to nerf the damage or the fire rate, at least one of those two, because right now you just die really quickly in the body, and I think either the fire rate or the damage would, you know, fix that in some sense. So I think the main things.
Do you guys have an off-meta favorite weapon?
Favorite weapon?
Your SG.
SG, maybe it's fun to bring in practice, but I'm really bad with it. But I don't know really. Like no MP5. Usually buy MP5, and I think it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it's like I had started playing another account in the beginning, and then I had 5.7, and I didn't play with that before, and then I just started using it. I actually really like it now, and I just buy it every single time I can. So yeah.
So you prefer now the 5.7 over the CZ?
Yeah.
Fair enough. What are your opinions on the current map pool?
I think it's okay, but I think it's been a long time since there's been a change, like, or even a change on some maps. Like Ancient haven't been like, they haven't modded it or haven't changed anything on that map, and it definitely needs. And I mean, if you see what maps are playing in like the most tournaments, it's like always the same against like any teams that's facing each other. So it's quite boring to watch for me, at least. So I think by removing either Mirage or Inferno, I will like see a Cobble or something like that come up.
I want you to know you are the first person today that's answered to remove Mirage. How do you feel about that?
I mean, Mirage is a overplayed map, and I mean, it's not much you can do on that map now. Like, it's hard to bring in a new meta. You can always take mid in a different ways or different timings, but it's always the same. Top mid, connector, window, and then yeah.
So if you could take one map out and bring one win in, what would it be?
For me, I think there's two probably. I think like Freddie is right. I mean, there is quite some maps that is kind of been played for so long now. Like Mirage, there's two, and Inferno, and there hasn't been like any change at all. And I think it's just that's gonna happen when Valve is so like slow at taking out new things and like maybe changing the map pool and stuff like that. So I think as well that there needs to be a bit more, maybe once, just like once a year or like.
Once every major, no?
Yeah, maybe actually that would be nice. Like after the major, you could bring up something new. I think that would be really cool. So you can like work on something new after the major, and because you all usually work like super hard up to the major, and then you can take a little break and you can go back to something new. It would be really refreshing in some way. So.
Do you guys think that skins improve skill?
If you ask this guy next to me, he will say yes. I would say not skill, but I would say movement. You feel like a big fridge without a knife, and yeah, I don't know.
It's not going to give you like superpowers, but it's going to make you like feel better playing the game. And if you feel better, then usually you have more confidence, and then you play better. So it's a tiny bit, but it's all in your head, really. I think.
So what are your favorite skins?
Oof, I don't really have them. For now, I'm liking the stiletto knife, like the small one, the pointy one. But before that, it was just butterfly, and yeah.
I think my favorite will always be the M4 Howl. I really like that one.
It's a very nice one. Do you follow any other esports?
I only watch, like this later couple of years, I only watch World of Warcraft, where they do like MDI. They like competing in dungeons and within time and stuff. Yeah,
I watched that a bit as well, and I like to watch the Worlds as well in League of Legends. I think just like there's so much hype about it, and it's just, like the whole thing around it just seems really nice, even though like the game is not like super enjoyable to watch, but like there's just so much hype, and it's pretty fun to watch.
That's also a good
Yeah.
big team. You have like a guilty esports pleasure.
What did you say?
If you have any guilty esports pleasures, like something that you maybe shouldn't like but you do.
Oh, you mean like watching ASMR streams and stuff? Nah.
With esports.
No, nah, I don't have any.
I think playing WoW is pretty, it's not. At least it's not like it's not the most like popular game. I feel like it's kind of old school. I think at least from when I used to play with young guys in the last team as well. There's kind of old people who plays World of Warcraft and stuff like that. So it's not like you're not like super cool if you're playing that. But I mean, it's enjoyable.
So we know that there's like a small rivalry between Sweden and Denmark, and you guys represent one of each country, right? So I'm gonna ask a couple of questions regarding that rivalry. So who has the best football and why?
I can lay flat there for Sweden. But lately Sweden has been really good. Like they're up in their game, but they still isn't on that level. So I'm laying flat there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't really watch football, so. But I have no idea how good Denmark is. But they're good. Okay, that's nice, I guess.
Who has the best national dish? Smørrebrød?
Smørrebrød.
Smørrebrød.
The Swedish meatballs.
I'm gonna go Swedish meatballs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Swedish meatballs as well.
Wow.
I don't really like smørrebrød that much.
Who has the best beer?
Beer.
I guess Denmark, right? I mean, Denmark is Carlsberg and Tuborg, yeah. I think Denmark has pretty good beers.
Copenhagen or Stockholm?
Stockholm.
Yeah, I guess I haven't been around Copenhagen that much.
Copenhagen is a bit more like, it's really like small, and there's a lot of people, and it feels like a big city vibes, and I don't really like that. And I've been to Stockholm once, and it felt way bigger and like more nature and stuff. It's just, yeah, you'll get that one.
Best CSGO player of all time? Danish or Swedish?
Swedish, I guess. He's probably with us this tournament.
You?
No, Forest.
Oh, Forest. Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe. Who's that? Maybe. Yeah, I think you're right, because he's been playing like every single kind of the game. So yeah, I'd say Forest. Yeah.
Technically speaking, if think you guys won the major 4 times, and you also won the major 4 times.
The Swedes, yeah.
Yeah, but Forrest plays 1.6. Like he was top tier of that, so I mean, he's gotta take that.
Lastly, generally speaking, which country has the best CS:GO?
Denmark. Yeah. We're gonna come in and teach them a lesson or two, right, Freddy?
All right, guys. Any last words for our viewers?
No. Thank you for the support, and I hope you enjoy watching us.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, and really hope you're gonna enjoy the games we're gonna play, and hopefully we can bring you some good CS.